Morning, so this is the morning I am at the ITV studios to be on Lorraine. I'm just walking through to hair and makeup. I've just been to the toilet, so I'm unaccompanied in the ITV studios. I'm just filming this on my phone so you can kind of see what's going on here. So we're on to talk about modern motherhood, and my mum and my granny are going to be on with me. What could go wrong? My mum is just in hair and makeup with Evelina, and my friend Trina is here. There's my mum in the loose women makeup chair. This is Trina, my friend. This is just for my vlog. And Evelina. She's being really good. I think having a baby actually is keeping me a bit calmer. I think if I was by myself, I get more nervous, but they're kind of like a bit of a barrier against the world, aren't they? So I have done my makeup because they said it's not like a whole makeover, just a top up. So did mine the way I always do my makeup, nothing fancy, nothing new. And I'm wearing my mango dress, Lindex jacket and H&M shoes. I've got some heels with me, but I think I'm going to stick with the flats. So soon we're just waiting to meet the producer Chantal, who I've been chatting to on the phone for the last week or so about what we've got to do, and then we'll go to the green room and there'll be some other people in there with us who are going to be going on the show.
It must feel
oh my goodness. Sorry, she'll really take that. It's going to be better than wedding day. I've never had my makeup done at all. Even on my wedding day I didn't really have it done. Such a treat. It is a real treat. Gorgeous.
That's possible. So Denise now is going to be here. She's telling me all about her charity bike ride, and I'm going to be talking to that man there. If ever we need some relief, I think, some light relief and some fun, Harry Hill is here too. See you.
Such a difference. This contouring.
Yeah, just but shadow contouring, not sort of heavy.
This is
Not
what I
like
really
it
want.
too heavy.
Especially after all this baby weight that's still on my face.
I was raising my daughter for confidence of being knocked.
I've been out of work for a while.
Then I found out from university.
Probably how you do this at home.
I could fit study around
Good
the
to,
kids.
when you shadow around here, 'cause you've got a large forehead, no
Yeah.
fringe,
Yeah.
then it brings it all into
Yeah.
beauty.
Now I work in the energy sector. That's sharp.
Is it funny doing a mum and daughter because we've probably got the same face,
Yes.
same shape, same issues.
We gave the British consumer a shark-powered lift-away true pet and the Dyson DC-40 animal to test in their own home. Because delighting you is what inspires.
It's 8:38, so that's happening in 10 minutes time. So that's what I was just saying, that somebody will come and collect you.
Is that up in the green room we do that?
No, it'll be in the studio.
Oh, in the studio.
So it's only just down here. It's not too far away at all.
Very different, isn't it? Well, ahead of Mother's Day on Sunday, I'm joined by 3 generations of the same family to see how their opinions on motherhood have changed over the years. CJ, who's 36, her mum Sue, who's unbelievably 60, don't believe that. And we've even got CJ's grandmother Sandra, who's 96 and lives down the lane. She's down the lane for us. She lives in her care home in Swindon. It's quite remarkable. And you did vlog. Your labour. I did. Was that to take your mind off the pain?
I mean, nothing takes my mind off the pain.
No, that's true.
But I'm part of a really nice mum village online at channelmum.com, and it's really changed my experience of motherhood, I guess, that social media is so big now with my 3rd baby, 7 years old. So it felt quite natural to me in a strange way just to pick up the phone and talk live to all those mums that could then straight away give me support, give me tips, words of wisdom. I could see it all popping up, and I was saying, my waters are broken, what happens next? And then it was really, it felt quite natural and calm. It wasn't a crazy labour, so I knew it would also be a kind of positive birth story to put out.
So, I mean, the thing is, everything was fine. You know, clearly, if there'd been any problem, then it would have been very, very, very different. And baby's gorgeous. We can see, look, here, look at her little face, she's so cute. Really, really cute. But there is sharing, and there's oversharing. How are you feeling as grandmother to the baby that this is all going on? Do you think this is a good thing? It's a way ahead?
Oh, I was very supportive of Sarah Jane sharing the labour, and could see the lovely support. The messages are instant. So the technology has just changed so much over the years. We couldn't have imagined this when...
No, exactly, of course.
When I was having a baby.
I know. I mean, goodness me, when you go back to the days when I was born, my dad wasn't even allowed anywhere near. You know, he was outside in a corridor if he was lucky. I mean, things have moved on and changed. One thing that was interesting was the fact that older mums felt lonely. Did you ever feel that had happened to you? You felt a bit isolated and maybe a bit lonely?
I was lucky. I didn't feel lonely so much because of where I lived, and we had a sort of open door policy in our houses, and women tended to get married at a similar age and have a baby 2 years later, and so there was lots of babies the same age in the street, and the times were different.
A better sense of community in some ways.
There was in some ways.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, I've got to ask Granny, because Granny, there she is, in the care home. Can I ask you, how did you feel when CJ, your granddaughter, filmed parts of her labour? Could you imagine ever doing something similar yourself? Yes.
Yes, very strange. Yes, very strange, because you don't see that sort of thing in my days. No, I wasn't interested because I was a bit frightened, and not only that, it's not for me, that publicity. Sorry.
Right, no, I understand it. I think it's a generation thing, isn't it? It's somehow, back in the day, people were more private, maybe.
Yes, well, when you get to my age, when I was born, you just went into hospital, had your babies, come out, and that was it. Today, they've got so much technology surrounding them, it's absolutely different.
It couldn't be more different, could it? That's the thing. And sometimes the technology can get in the way in some ways. You know, do you find that? Or do you find is it good to share?
I found it's so good to share. I found that I've got this whole community now. My mum was talking about her community was on her doorstep, and as a working mum who lives separately from my parents now, I'm 2 hours away. Yeah. I'm at home seeing the kids' family, but I didn't know any other mums. I had no support network when things were hard.
Sure.
I felt lonely, and I took that all inside. I thought, is this right? And is this normal? And then talking online, I could find a woman who might live, you know, in another country, who says, but I've had the same experience.
Of course, that makes perfect sense.
And I have found those types of mums online, and it just recreates that village for modern day mums now, and I think it's a really positive part of social media.
No, very much so. And I mean, it's different for all different generations, isn't it? How are you?